So as part of our bright young Indian segment here at the India Today Conclave, only fitting that we have Pushpendra Saroj, all of 25, ladies and gentlemen, sitting in Parliament as Member of Parliament from the Samajwadi Party. A big warm welcome to you, Pushpendra Saroj, here at the India Today Conclave. I have so many questions for you because very often when we're covering Parliament, you always see, of course, the senior-most politicians there. And to be seated among them as a young voice, how is that? How does that feel?
Firstly, I would like to thank the India Today group for inviting me here. I think it's a perfect platform for people of all ends of society to come and share their vision. And thank you for having me here. And as a young politician, as you say, because clearly in our society, youth politicians are defined as someone who's even 40, 45 are called youth politicians.
60 sometimes.
Like 60 sometimes. So me being a young politician, I think it's been a very good experience as well. And sitting in Parliament amongst the most experienced individuals who've been there for maybe more than I've been on this planet as well. So learning from them and listening to their advice, it's been wonderful.
Is it intimidating?
Sometimes it is, but now I've gotten used to it.
So do you get to speak up a lot in Parliament as well? Or is it, drowned out by all of the veterans who know how things work, kind of bulldoze through your voice?
No, I think the wonderful thing about the Parliament is that when you get the chance to speak, everybody listens. That's the beauty of Parliament. The whole country listens. I mean, you really do get the opportunity to speak because there are a lot of members. But when you get the opportunity, I think the seriousness of the discussion is discussed, it's been taken upon, and I think that is the sanctity of the Parliament.
At 25, Pushpendra, as the youngest MP, I'm sure you shoulder a lot of the responsibility also of speaking for the youth because we don't have many of you in Parliament. What are the issues that are close to your heart that you believe Parliament should be discussing more about youngsters, about youth, about what they want?
I think particularly about the youth, we talk about the youth a lot. I think 65% of the population is under 35 in our country. So youth has a lot of role to play. And me being bestowed upon that responsibility to speak about the youth, to talk about them in the biggest fray, the political fray. And I think the youth kind of distance themselves from the politics. It's when they turn 35 or maybe older, that's when they want to get into politics. And sometimes they just don't want to be into politics. It's just a parallel thing going on in their life. And sometimes what happens is that they just think politics is dirty. There is no change that can happen. But I would like to just say that, as the famous quote says, that be the change that you want to see. That's why I would like to urge everybody, especially my age, because there is a legal limit of 25 that can contest elections. I think we should define how youth in politics should be in India. 25 people should get involved into politics, should speak up, discuss. And I think youth should not disengage. They should participate in politics and speak up. I think their voices are the ones that can lead the country. And I believe in the youth. I believe in the youth power because history has also shown us that when youth come to the ground, changes do happen. So, I don't know, probably it is something, I'll just give you an example. There are two societies. So, I come from a fairly privileged background as well. So, sometimes when people don't want to get into politics, they don't even know about politics at all. So, some of my friends, they don't even know who I am. So, I have to tell them that I'm a member of Parliament and they don't understand who I am.
They don't know the difference
between
MLA and MP.
And the easiest way is to say, do you know the Prime Minister? Do you know Mr. Gandhi? Do you know Mr. Yadav? Whatever they are, I am also that. And we sit in the same Parliament. So that's how it is. So that is something that I really believe that they should get more involved into politics. I think they have got good vision, good ideas, good, huge energy. And I think the youth should come up front and discuss politics as well.
But is it challenging? You did highlight that you're from a privileged background. So because of that, you got that golden ticket into politics. For a lot of others, it's obviously very hard. You have to battle a whole lot of challenges to even get a ticket. Everyone has to be filthy rich to be able to get a ticket. So there are challenges. Is that why you think that youngsters kind of shy away? The average age right now in Parliament is 56. And to change that, obviously, you need to open the doors for people to come in. That's challenging for any youngster out there to come and say, look, I can afford to buy a ticket as is in a political party. It's not easy.
See, I don't shy away from the fact that I come from a privileged background. My father is a politician as well. But I very sternly say this, that I contested an electoral politics. People gave me the mandate and I won by over 1 lakh votes. And I have 2 records upon my name by winning the highest margin of votes with the youngest politician in the entire country. So I don't shy away from the fact. Now, if I don't do that work and I don't live up to their expectations, they have every right to vote me out in the next elections. So I think, talking particularly about the youth, they don't even want to take that first step into politics at this very age. It is when later on, then they start going into the society, helping people out, going for tickets and asking for tickets. So if you're talking about that segment, about 25 to 35 years, people don't really want to enter politics. People want to do other things in life, try out different aspects of life. And it's understandable as well. But if you talk about me and my idea, I would really like them to step into politics at this very age.
No, 100%. I'm sure youngsters, bringing that mix into politics will make such a difference. There is a challenge, of course, as I pointed out, in getting those opportunities. But the other aspect of it is also the image, of dirty, mucky politics. Should we really get into it? A lot of youngsters you see on social media only, of course, have a word or two to condemn politicians, say, we stay away from politics. How do you change that mindset? The image is that, look, politics is corrupt. Politics is not for me. How do you change that?
See, I am now into politics, and if they look up to me, I always say when I go into campaigns and I meet new people, you should have someone to follow into politics. Party ideologies are fine, and whatever, these days politics, especially these days, the politics that is happening in our country is based on religion, caste. And when I had these discussions with the youth, they don't want to discuss religion and caste. They want to discuss issues. That's why I said that there is a lot of potential into good politics that can happen in this country that can bring about change. So you should look up to individuals. I really look up to some individuals as well in the proposition and the opposition as well. So I think that idea that needs to be changed has to come by myself first. I take that responsibility as well, how I can represent the youth and talk about the youth and be a leader of the youth, and how the youth of the country should see me that, okay, this is the man who really talks about issues, talks about change, and maybe then they follow into my example and then step into politics.